What's up, everyone? It's Friday. Somehow this Friday feels a little different than all the other normal Fridays out there. But we're going to try to make it feel a little bit the same as it used to. So I'm a little more casual today. I didn't worry about my crazy hair. I'm still waiting for that Sport Clips to take care of my hair. I don't know how yours is looking out there, but I decided I'd wear the Gibbs gaming hat along with the Interstate Batteries shirt. Now, what I'm surprised about, if you know anything about webcams and about video, I've got a green screen behind me, and my computer is erasing all the green on the green screen to make it look black for you on your screen. So I wanted to wear this Interstate shirt, and I was afraid I was just going to be a floating head because all the green would be gone, but I managed to work it out to where this color green doesn't match that color green, so we're okay. In fact, I should just turn the green screen green because those are Interstate colors too, right? Anyway, it's Friday. I'm Boris. This is the Joe Gibbs Racing channel, and we are drawing race cars today instead of racing them. If you're, we're like you. We're stuck at home. We can't race cars for a good reason. We're trying to stay safe out there, but we're going to make the most of it with you. We're going to draw some race cars, okay? I'm going to check the comments while you're getting your drawing equipment together. Maybe you have an iPad, a phone, a tablet. Maybe you're going to use paper, markers. Who knows? It doesn't matter, really. We're just trying to draw something. All right, so load it on in. Get your equipment together. I'm going to check the comments, make sure everything looks good here, and then we're going to start drawing. But first, it's going to be show and tell. I got a couple cool images to show you. You send in your drawings. I got 2 to show you. So remember, keep sending them in the comments. You can also email me if you need to, all right? I'll give you that email in just a minute. All right, just checking out our Facebook, Twitter, all these pages. By the way, we're on YouTube now. If you need to go back and watch the episodes, we got them up on YouTube, all 4 of them. This is the 5th one. So you can go back, you can pause, you can take your time. You know what I mean? Really good stuff going on. All right. Here we go. Yeah, we're up there. People are watching. The comments are flowing. I like it. I like it a lot. Take your time. You know what I mean? Hope's out there watching with Tyler, Owen, Emmett, and Luke. That's one of the things. So we're going to recap this week. All right? We're going to recap what we've seen. Let's start with that. All right. If you remember, we drew the DeWalt car of Eric Jones and some DeWalt tools and a steering wheel and a helmet. Remember doing that? All that stuff. That was the top view. Very nice. We also drew Denny Hamlin's number 11 FedEx car from the rear view because a lot of people have had that view in the real world this year and in the sim racing race. The rear view. A lot of the drivers saw this view. Denny Hamlin's FedEx Camry. Looking good on there. We added a bunch of swooshes and dirt and grass and all sorts of stuff. Then we drew a FedEx truck and a FedEx box. And of course, Martin Truex's Bass Pro Shops Camry, we drew that. Looks good, doesn't it? That was day 1. All right. We also drew Kyle Busch's car, the M&M's Camry, looking good. We drew Daytona International Speedway, turn 1 in the front stretch in the grandstand. That was a special request from someone. And our very first drawing was a wheel and tire. Simple, started easy. Now you can basically piece all the parts of a race car together, right? All right, it's almost time to go. We're going to show and tell a couple drawings that you all sent in. The first one is from Connor. Check that one out. Connor's in Ireland. He drew the back of Denny Hamlin's FedEx Camry just like we did yesterday. Incredible job. Look at the detail. He got the swooshes in the track, got the logos in there, the right colors. Looks like maybe colored pencil to me, I believe. He's doing some homework maybe too. Good job, Connor. I see you're doing homework over there too. Good job. We also had Sue sent in her drawing. She's a longtime fan of JGR. The back of that FedEx Camry looked like she had to do some ballpoint pen and marker. Nice job. Nice job, Sue. And there's Connor's again. So you ready? So what does that mean for today? Well, today is going to be a little bit of a free-for-all, but we're gonna theme it after my friends at Interstate Batteries, okay? We drew all 4 of our main cars, and actually all 4 of our drivers are part of Team Interstate. Interstate is a part of all these teams. Martin, EJ, Kyle, Danny. So we're going to draw an Interstate Batteries race car with that bright green, and we're going to draw an Interstate battery or 2. So if you're out there and you're like under 10 years old, maybe you need something a little bit simpler than the race car, we're going to draw a battery, and we're going to do some couple variations of that. So get ready. Let's draw some race cars. What do you say? We've done practically all the angles of the car now. We haven't done a full-on side view, so that's what we're going to try today, okay? So I'm going to start with a fresh sheet here, like you probably are. grab my black pen. Gonna put my phone down. I'll check the comments in a minute, and we'll get going here. Ready to draw? Let's do it. All right. Got my black pen. Let me test. There we go. Tested it out. Feeling good on this Friday? I'm feeling good. Sun's out here in North Carolina. Where are you watching from? All right. You know what we start with race cars, right? We're starting with rectangles and boxes to fit them in, just to keep them in the bounds. That helps our lines from going crazy and going everywhere. So I'm thinking about doing a side view, perfect side view. With Kyle's car, we had an angled side view. Now we're going to do a perfect side view. So let's draw a rectangle fairly lightly. I'm going to make it a little darker so you can see it, but I would recommend going a lot lighter on your screen. Got it? I'm doing it dark just so you can see it. Okay. Once you get that rectangle, you want to slice it in half with another guideline. There you go. Slice it almost as perfectly in half as you can. Remember, these lines will be erased or worked over, so don't worry about being perfect. Just draw them lightly. All right, got that? I'm going to make that a little lighter on my screen just so I can work with some dark colors. But now that you've got that, I'm going to make it lighter, and I'm going to draw on a different sheet. All right, got my pen. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to draw the base of the car. We're going to start here at the corner of our rectangle, and we're going to stop a couple inches from the left. All right, we're not going to go all the way over because the back of the bumper is going to flare up. It doesn't hit the ground like the nose. So just draw a nice straight line there and follow the bounding box that you made. As straight as you can get it. Doesn't have to be perfect. This line is going to turn into a shadow, and shadows can follow some curves, right? If you look at your shadow outside, or maybe I see some tree shadows outside right now, they're following curves. They don't have to be perfect, so we're not going for perfection here. All right, here we go. Got it with me? We're going to draw the front of the nose now, basically straight up. For the most part, it's straight up, right? So we're going to draw a straight up line, and we're going to stop just before that halfway point. We'll call that line B. This is line A. We already drew line A, line B, line C. We're going to go up and stop about halfway between line A and line B. Doing a perfect side view of a car, like you're sitting on the ground looking right into the driver's side number of the car, okay? And then once you get that, we're going to curve it up and bring it up to line B. All right, now while you're catching up there, I'm going to just read a couple comments and I'll be right back with you, because that's my favorite part. I like the drawing, but my favorite part is seeing what you're drawing and seeing what you're commenting. We got to do 5 episodes next week. I need 5 recommendations for what to draw, so please put that in the comments. All right, having fun, looking good. Connor says his drawing was with crayons. Crayola, okay. Good job, Connor. I thought it was colored pencils, but it's even more impressive with crayons. Tony's in Oregon. Lisa is in Arkansas. Sharon's in West Virginia. Angie's in Ohio. We got Tyler, Owen, Emmett, and Luke in Virginia. Devin's back. Devin's caught every episode. I'm very impressed, Devin. All right, you caught up? You see what we did here? We drew the nose and the start of the hood. And now this middle line, line B, is going to be the door line. Now I know they're not doors, but I'm calling it a door line. It's going to be this line that follows the hood, the bottom of the windows, and the trunk. See, it's almost straight. That's why we drew a straight line there. So just draw that in there, and if you want to make it lighter, you can. I'm not going to, but draw it all the way to the back. Looking very good. See how mine's kind of jagged and swooshy? That's okay. It's kind of sketchy, right? That's all right. Whatever works for you. All right. Now on the back, we're going to get that bumper up, and I need you to draw kind of like an angle, and it's going to form a triangle right here. See this triangle formed? We don't want to draw that in there, but I'm just giving you a visual, right? This triangle is here. Okay. Draw an angle up. The bumper of these cars goes up like that at the back. Remember, if you're just joining us, we're drawing the Interstate batteries Camry today. That's why I dressed the part. Why not? And then we're going to draw an actual battery, Interstate battery, that goes in a car, and one that goes in our let's see, in my Xbox controller and all sorts of things, a AA. Got it? Because Interstate actually makes those too. You're going to see Interstate on Kyle Busch's number 18 Camry in the virtual race this weekend at Texas, by the way, on Sunday. Hope you're going to watch. I'll be watching. All right, now at the back, we're going to darken that line. Boom, like that, halfway, and then we're going to kick it out for the bumper. See, it's kind of made a little L shape, a little staircase shape. It's the rear bumper, so when Keselowski and Logano bump the back of that 18 car, it can take it. All right? All right, here we go. It's almost time for the windshield. You doing good? I'm going to let you finish that bumper. All right, here we go. Now, line C, now that I'm looking at this, line C is a little high for a roof. The race car roofs are tucked down. Now, I'm going to show you, don't draw this yet, but if I followed line C, we're going to have a Lightning McQueen kind of looking windshield up there. And maybe that's what you want. Maybe you want a car that looks like this and it's kind of cartoony. That's okay. I'm good with that. That's kind of cool. If you want to do that, go up to line C, okay? If not, draw a line. Remember, we're going light again. Draw a line in between line C and B. Got it? Like this. Just another guideline. Halfway through line C and B. So I gave you an option. Either go up to C and make a cartoony car with a big roof, or go to B and make a sleek aerodynamic car with a short roof. I'm going sleek and aerodynamic. It is up to you what you want to do. Here we go. Remember that jagged line or that angled line back here? Very similar. We're going to start right about here, and we're going to go up to that line. Let's call that line BC. Because it's in between, right? BC. We got A, B, B, C, and C. All right. Now, just follow line BC across a little ways, and then do another angled line a little longer down the back. Look at that. Now we've got a roof. So catch up on that. I'll be back with you there. We're also on Twitter. Where are you watching from? You on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter? Let's see here. Lots of great comments. Lots of people watching. Twitter's a buzz. Thanks for all the retweets and the shares, people. I appreciate it. Tag your friends in this. Bring them on in. We want to see even more. This isn't a competition, right? We want as many drawings as we can get. So keep commenting and let me know what's going on. All right. Let me see here. Look at that. A lot of people retweeting. I love it. Okay, you have your roof drawn yet? We're getting back to drawing here in just a second. Oh, I just had an idea on here too. I saw some football fans, some Washington fans like Coach Gibbs. You know, he won 3 Super Bowls, right? Maybe we should do some football stuff next week too. Huh? All right, just thinking about it. You let me know if you want to see some football stuff and racing. We won't erase the race cars. We'll just add some footballs to it. You let me know. I saw some fans on there talking about it. All right, we got the roof. I'm going to go to the spoiler. Tired of the roof for right now. Let's let it sit. Let the roof just be roofy in itself for a second. I'm going to add the spoiler. It's another little angle. Thick little black line like that. Look at that. Perfect spoiler. You know what a spoiler does, right? So the air, once you draw on that spoiler, I'm going to show you. I am not an engineer, but I do have some friends that are engineers out there. Chris Gabehart, who's Denny's crew chief, brilliant engineer, texted me last night about iRacing. He knows about all this stuff. So if he sees this and I did something wrong, he'll correct me, but I'm going to show you some basic aerodynamics here, okay? Now this line, this green line, imagine it is air flowing over the car. So it comes in like this, it hits the windshield, goes up, makes us a little bit of a spiraliness up there, a little turbulence. A lot more goes over this way, makes a little bit of turbulence over here. And then it hits this spoiler and it just goes crazy, like this. I mean, can you imagine if you're blown, you stick your hand in front of your face, that feeling? Well, imagine that at 200 miles an hour. You're probably blowing wind at a half mile an hour. But imagine all that force. It pushes the rear of the car down like that and sticks it to the track. It makes it stick so much better. So the taller the rear spoiler, the bigger that force. And in aerodynamic worlds, I believe, they determine this as red right here because it's this positive drag in here. And it's, boom, there's a force hitting it. And they recognize that by making it red. And then in the parts that are not red, the air is not going here, so they draw it as blue on here, and that means that there's no air there, and the car is also getting sucked down. Okay, we're getting too advanced here. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I saw that with the side view, and I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, you drew your spoiler in there. That's why we have spoilers. Now let's get back to the windows. Does anybody remember? I think it was episode 2. We talked about A, B, and C posts. All right. Let me show you. So on Denny's car, remember? The front post is A, the middle is B, separates the driver window and the rear window, and then C at the back. A, B, C. We got to draw A, B, and C here now, right? So we're going to draw A. It is going to be like this. Parallel line, got it? Matches the windshield line. B is going to be back here, just past halfway. We're going to draw the number 11, like that, to make two parallel lines. And then C is going to follow the line of the rear windshield and meet the 11 of B. Got it? Now you got a rear window. Now connect A and B. And now you got a front window where the driver climbs in. Perfect. All right. That was pretty easy, right? Did you get that? Looking good? All right, now, about the only thing we're missing, fuel port. I'm just going to add a dark circle back here for the fuel. That's where the fueler connects, fills the car up. Now we need some wheels, right? We need some circles. We need some wheel wells. We need places for the wheels to go. Sometimes it's tricky to figure out where to place these wheels, and that's okay. Maybe you're going to make your own kind of monster-looking car, like it's funky. It's got different placement for wheels. Maybe it has 6 wheels. I don't know. I'm going to stick with the regular 2 on each side. Okay? We got to figure out where to put them. Whew. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to get a little technical here. Remember our rectangle? Well, we divided it like this, horizontal, like this, like this. Well, now we're going to divide it vertically, like this. Okay? I'm going to do one in the middle at the halfway point. As close as you can get. Doesn't have to be mathematically perfect, but right around the halfway point. Then I'm going to divide those 2 on the halfway point. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then we're going to divide the back one on the halfway point and make 4 total. Okay. I think we're going to divide them again. What do you think? Divide them again? Let's divide them again. We're just having fun. It's like cutting a pizza, a rectangle pizza. We're dividing all those in half now. Remember, just draw lightly. Maybe with a pencil and an eraser. This is helping us out. Okay, now I'm going to label these because I'm getting confused myself. We got A, we got B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Whew. Now you know this is going to be an alphabet lesson, did you? All right. Now I want you to go back to your darker pen or your darker marker or whatever you're using. I'm using black. Look for the B line. B as in boy, B as in Boris. You got that? That's me. If you're just joining us, we're drawing race cars. We've drawn 4 already this week. You missed it. You have to rewind it to see what we've drawn. Go back on YouTube and watch the other episodes, but we're drawing the number 18 Interstate car today. Actually, Interstate's going to be on a lot of different numbers this year. Look for the B as in Boris line. Draw just a little mark on there. Just a little mark. That's going to be the front of our first wheel well. Now go and find the F line and draw a little mark. That's the front of our rear wheel well. So B line is going to make that part of the wheel well. F line is going to make that part of the wheel well. Okay? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Now I want you to draw it and connect a little line in between the C and the D line down here. Another little mark between the C and the D, in between, right in the middle. And then another one in between the G and the H. Little mark. There you go. We're going to have some big wheels on this car. Big wheels keep on turning, am I right? Okay. Now, draw an arch. Like half a McDonald's arch. From the B to that other line, like this. And stop right into the hood line. So, arch, 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 arch. Look at that. First wheel well. And here's the best part. If you don't like it, like say you don't like it and you did something weird like this. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. You got a couple options here. The world today, we're about fixing stuff, right? We are fixing a lot of things right now. We can fix this, no problem. This is just a drawing. So you got an option here. Either you just drew a wrecked race car, and that's okay, because race cars wreck, right? And we can draw them when they wreck. Or, this is all going to be filled in black with a wheel in there. You can just fix it by going up there and keep drawing layers on top of it till you get it right. Look at that. Because we're going to fill that in, draw a wheel in there. It's going to be fine. I do the next one is connecting F and the line between G and H. So draw an arch and stop a little lower this time. So over like there. We got to fit some logos up there. Very nice. Now what did I say? So you have some options here. If you can erase things, like say you're drawing with pencil, and you can erase, fill it all in with pencil. If you cannot erase, you're drawing with a marker or a Sharpie or a pen with ink, then you might want to do a different method, unless you're going to use whiteout. If you're going to use whiteout, ask the parents. Let's not get whiteout over everything. If you're using an iPad, don't use whiteout. I just recommend that, okay? So because I can erase, I'm going to on the front one show that opportunity. You can erase, you're using pencil, you're looking at the front one. You cannot erase, do this. Draw a circle in the middle of the wheel well like this, so that you keep that space white and clear in there, so you don't have to erase it. And then fill that in around it. And then add a little half circle down here to indicate a tire's in there. We can't even see the shape of the tire because it's all in shadow from the wheel well. That's okay. Over here, if you can erase, remember, you want to do that, and then you want to bring your eraser out. Maybe you drew with a pencil. Just start erasing a circle to draw. Look at that. It doesn't have to be perfect white either, because wheels are rarely perfect white. They have a lot of brake dust on them, a lot going on. See, the erasing kind of makes a wheel come in there. It's a good tip if you're using pencils. All right, after you get your circles, just draw a little dot in the middle. That's where the wheel connects to the car on the hub, back to the axle. I'm gonna let you catch up. You're drawing your wheel wells. I'm just gonna read a couple more comments. See what you're all doing out there. Very nice. Lots of people watching. New York, we got someone from New York. Barbara, Dustin's in South Carolina. Connor's watched every episode too, Connor. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. All right. Linda's, what's up, Linda? All right, Kelby's watching. Let's see, Thomas is watching. California, Thomas, a little early there, huh? Tanya's in Atlanta watching. Thanks, Tanya, appreciate it. Okay, do y'all have your wheels drawn? This car's looking awesome already, isn't it? I'm gonna do a little surprise with you here too. If you remember, every time we draw a car, we sort of stop here, because now you have a template. You can turn it into whatever car you want. You can continue with me and draw the Interstate car, or you can, heck, you can make up your own car with your own colors, with your own face and name on it. Doesn't matter to me, but I still want you to show it to us. You gotta post it in the comments when you're done. At this point, I'm going to erase my guidelines. You might want to go in there and erase them, or maybe you don't. Maybe you like them. That's okay. I also have my letters over here. I can erase those. Don't need those anymore. Erase those letters, shake the table a little bit. I like this car. Another thing I want in here is a window net. What you do is you just draw lines down like this and make hashes, crossed lines like this. Look at that. That keeps the driver's arms and head and everything inside the car in a wreck. Safety measure. Okay, one more thing. I want the shadow, right? I want the car to look like it's sitting on the ground. We need a dark, thick line. And you see these very tips of these tires down here, the very tips, that's what's going to be touching the line. I want to try to leave a gap between the bottom of the door and the shadow. So you can either draw it like this, just a line as straight as you can get it. Doesn't matter exactly how straight it is. Roads are not perfectly straight. Or if you really want it close to the track, you can just continue that line all the way up to the bottom line like I told you before. Look at that. That looks cool. I like that a lot. So you filled in that whole gap there. Nice job. Looking good. All right. I'm going to lighten up a couple of these lines because I want my color to go through there. Last thing we're going to do is I'm going to make this B post black, because all the B posts on our Joe Gibbs Camrys are black. B post. Remember? A, B, C. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little headlight. Looks like a little, the tip of a football over there. And the same thing on the back for the tail light. Just want to keep those covered so they look like the real car. All right. Got it? You got a template. You can add whatever you want. Now remember our process for drawing numbers? That's right, it's more boxes. More boxes. Gonna get a light number. I'm gonna draw a squarish shape, maybe a little bit of a rectangle. It's in between a long rectangle and a square, so a little bit of a long square. I can divide it based on whatever number I want to put in there. See how skinny a 1 is and how fat an 8 is? So I want to leave more space for the 8 and less space for the 1. So 1 and an 8, it's going to look something like that. So the 1 will go in there, and then the 8, let's draw these like that. And now you got the 8 in that box. Look at that. You can do that with any number you want. Just remember to keep that 1 really skinny if you need to. So I'm going to do that here. Square. Divide it in half and make the 1 a little skinnier. Then I'm going to get my black marker and I'm going to draw in the 1. Line in between. Draw a little kick out from my 1. Coming up soon, if you're younger, we're going to do a battery. It's going to be a little easier to draw. Stick with me, have fun with the car, do your best. And we're going to draw a battery. See how I just filled them in like that? Now I've got an 18. Perfect. That looks good. Sometimes it's fun to just sit back and take a breath and admire what you got so far. Think about what you're going to do next, right? Looking great. All right, I think it's time for some color. But first, I'm going to give you a couple options. Let's say you want to draw a flame on the side of your race car. How would you do that? Well, here's what I like to do. I like to start with the letter C. All right? Letter C like that. Okay? Then I might do another letter C over here. We're drawing some flames, okay? You're going to see why. See what I did there? Maybe another flame goes over here. That's a C. These are going to be the tips of our flames. Now watch what happens. We're going to connect the tops. So I'm going to connect the bottom to a top over here. I'm going to connect the top to a bottom over here. I'm going to connect the top of this C over to there. And the bottom of this C is going to go over here. All of a sudden we have a flame made from the letter C. Can you believe that? Want to see it again? Alright, let's see. You can even do backwards C's. Like right here I'm going to do a backwards C. Bada bing, bada boom. Here's another C. See how I connect them? Look at that. Draw another C there. Connect the bottom to the top. Bring this one back. Oh, we don't want to get in our Joe Gibbs Racing logo. Now you've got flames on the side of your race car. I'm not going to put them on my car, but maybe you want to make your own flames. That's pretty cool, right? What else we got? You can do lines. You can do lightning bolts. Make a straight line like that, angled. Make a bottom line like this, angled. And then make a Z. Look at that. Make a lightning bolt. You put that on the Interstate car, that's for sure. So whatever you want to do in the future, this weekend while I'm not doing a show, you can draw your own race cars. Alright, now it's time to add some color to my Interstate car. Got a layer in there. I'm going to hide my numbers. And we're going to start painting some color. Interstate likes this bright lime green. We're basically going to fill in everything except the number. Okay, we're going to keep that white. Don't fill in the headlights either. Alright. So fill this all green, and then I'm going to pull up a picture of the Interstate car, because I know it's going to take you some time to fill it in with green, and that's okay. Filling in the green. Having fun. Here we go. Just fill it in, and then I'll show you a picture of some of the designs we're going to work with. I like filling in this green. It's kind of peaceful, huh? You don't have to worry about staying in the lines too well, because this is a race car. Race cars are all about blurs and swooshes and things getting out of place because they're going so fast. That's the whole point. That's what makes drawing race cars so fun. So we got that green coming in there. How's it looking on your screen? I'm looking over there, looking good. Okay. Hope you all have had a good week enjoying this first week of drawing together. We'll be back next week. And who knows, if I'm feeling up to it, maybe I'll come in on Saturday morning. But for now, we're going to plan on every weekday, Monday through Friday. Just drawing along, having some fun. Draw this weekend for me. Send in your drawings. You can post them in the comments to any of these videos on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. You can do that. Okay? If you need to email me, I'll put up an email in the comments, okay? There we go. Now the car's green. While you're filling in, I'm going to pull up a picture of the actual card so that we can look at it. It's okay to draw from pictures. In fact, it's a very smart thing to do, to draw from pictures. I'm also going to read some comments while you're filling in the Interstate battery's green. They just came out with a new race car this year. Looking so good, by the way. It's so new that there's not even a picture of it because it hasn't actually raced yet. There it is. Alright, I got it. I got it now. Actually, it has raced. I'm mistaken. It raced at California. Found it. Alright. Look at that thing. See what we're drawing? You see that okay? I know it's a little hard to see on my screen, but that's what we're drawing there. That's what I'm going to be looking at. See all the lightning bolts? I'll teach you how to draw that now. Okay, you ready? Is your car green? If it's not, you can either pause it or you can come back later and try it again. No big deal here. Alright, I'm taking a look at the car. The lightning bolts all go into the number of 18. Here's what we want to do. Just grab, if you've already done green, it might be hard to get lightning bolts in there, and that's okay. Either grab a yellow or a white. I'm going to grab a white. And we'll just start drawing them in there. They're thin lines though, okay? It's going to be hard to see on my screen, but basically what's happening, imagine up here that this is my thin line. I'm going to draw it thick so you can see it. I put my hand far back on the pencil because I don't want it to be straight and controlled. I want it to be kind of like this, kind of crazy. So I put it back here where I can control the pencil the least. Alright? It's not what we're used to doing, but it helps me draw a line like this. See how I cannot draw a straight line? Well, that's exactly what a lightning bolt is a non-straight line. See? And that's what I want. I don't want to be up like this, where I can rink it rigid. No, I want it to have the mind of its own. So I start back here and I just kind of let it, oh my gosh, just kind of let it go wherever it wants. It's going up. Oh, that was a jag. Okay, there we go. Then it breaks down like this. It's like a crack. It's like a crack in the sky. See it? My friend Evan, she helped design this car at Joe Gibbs Racing, along with Kyle Busch and Norm at Interstate. They all worked together on it, so she would be better at this than I am. But we're just making lightning like that, except I'm going to do it in white on the car. You got to figure out how to do it on your car, because I don't know what you're drawing with, but that's okay. If you can barely see them or whatever, that's okay. It's not a big deal. You can always try another version, right? You can try painting with something else sometime. So I'm going to start at the number, and I'm going to hold the pencil back here. And I'm just going to do what I did up there. I'm going to start drawing jagged lines. And then I'm going to make them, maybe I erase in a little more, make them even more visible. Drawing a few out like that. You know, batteries, obviously, you probably know, but they use electricity. In the race car, they help power the gauges. They help the car start, electricity. And of course, other parts of the car, they help as well. But car is obviously running on gasoline. Kyle Busch's race car is, but this one has a battery in it, and our cars at home all have batteries in them too. Our parents' cars. They help our cars at home do the exact same thing. Look at that. Got some lightning coming out of that car. Maybe I carry a little bit of lightning up to the nose. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit. Just little streaks of lightning. Little zzz, right? Coming up next, we're drawing an actual battery. It's going to be a lot easier than a race car, so if you're a youngin', hang in there with us. We're almost done with the race car. That's looking good already. Alright, so next is the sponsor logo. Now I'm going to erase my lightning here and I'm going to write out Interstate Batteries, just in case you don't know how to spell it. I'm going to do my best to spell it right the first time here. Let me just erase this lightning so I have some room. I'm running out of room. This is the most drawing we've ever done on a canvas so far. Alright, I'm going to write out Interstate Batteries just so you know how to spell it when we go on the car. I don't want you messing up in case you misspell it. So, I-N-T-E-R. That's Interstate. It's all one word. S-T-A-T-E. And if that was trouble, just look at my shirt. Interstate Batteries. Okay, we got Interstate in there. Now we got to start batteries. Different word, right? B A T T E R I E S. Went a little fast there, but you can look on the screen and see it, right? Or on my shirt. I'll have to sit up straight. That's what we're going to put on the car in white, okay? That's probably some of the longest words. I never write words that long, but we did it today. We did it together. We got through it. Whew. All right. This is why maybe we should just have a cat car, right? C-A-T, or a dog car, D-O-G. No, we like the batteries. All right, here we go. We're going to write it over here now. This is going to be hard, okay? I'm not lying to you. You're going to have to draw really skinny to fit it in there, and it's okay. In fact, here's one option. Just do this. Just scribble it. Oh, I guess I got to get my pen here. Where am I at? Where am I at? You can just scribble it like this. And that'll be okay. It's going so fast you can't read it. Everybody's going to know what car that is. You can do that if you want to. It's perfectly fine. I'm of half mind to actually just leave that, but since we're in this together, I'm going to write it on there, see how I do. So INTERSTATEBATTERIES. I barely fit that on there. All right, couple options there. And with that, we're almost done. I'm going to take one more look at my Interstate Batteries car, because I know I'm missing something. Yep, see? Missing something here. Got to get that M&M's logo and that Rheem logo in there, and then we'll be done. So the M&M's logo, I'm just going to draw a yellow rectangle on the screen. Down here. Get my yellow. There we go. That indicates the M&M's package is right there. And then Rheem is just a red circle. On the back they do the products that keep our home cool and warm right back here. Just going to do a circle in there just to indicate Rheem is there. Make it look good. There you go. The Interstate Batteries car is done. We've done a front view for Martin Truex's Bass Pro Shops car. We did a angled view from the side from Kyle Busch's M&M's Camry. Then we did a perfect top view for the DeWalt car. We did a back view for the Denny Hamlin FedEx car. And now we've done a side view on the Interstate car. Perfect side view. More race cars next week, but right now to close off our show, we're going to go back to some simpler drawings. Maybe you're a little younger out there. Maybe you're age 4 or 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe this is a little tough. Well, now we're going to have a little more fun. We're going to draw some circles and some squares and some shapes. All right, let me clear my canvas and start on a new one. Getting a black marker again, or a black pen, whatever you got. We're going to do a AA battery. That's just it's a tube like a straw. You put them in your Xbox controllers and some lights and remote controls, things like that. We all know those, right? They look like this. I'm going to draw it fast and then I'm going to teach you how to draw it. They look like this. And they've got little nibs on the end that the electricity goes through. Remember those? All right, I'm going to slow down. We're going to try it again, okay? First thing I want you to do is draw a sideways number 11, like this. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-boom, like that. Look at that. I'm going to erase, well, I'll keep that one up there. Let me cut it up and move it for you. Just so you see where we're going with this. Did you get the sideways number 11? Lines like that don't touch? You got it? Okay, good. On the back, we're going to draw the letter C backwards, like this. You stay with the black marker. I'm going to show you red so you can see it. Backwards C like this, kind of like a banana. Yours is black, mine's red, that's okay. I'm just showing it so you can see it. In fact, I'll come back over it in black just so it looks good. Kind of a banana shape. All right. At the front, we're going to do the same thing, except at these lines. We're going to draw a bit of a banana shape. Maybe I should be doing it yellow, but consider it a red banana. Look at that. Okay, we're drawing a battery. These are the things that go in your remote controls and all sorts of stuff. If you wanted to stop there, what else do we have there? It's hard to say. Maybe it could be turned into a flashlight. Maybe from here you could go to a piece of paper that's curling in the wind. Maybe it's a snow sled, the front of it. But we're going with the battery. I'm just letting you see that we can turn these lines into almost anything we want to. All right, let's finish it off with another C. It's going to make an oval, like a circle. A backward C the opposite way that one's going. Another banana shape over there. Look at that. So the two bananas came together to make a little oval circle looking thing. Now mine's red just so you can see it, but I'm going to go back to black and fix that because I think yours is going to be all the same color, right? Look at that. Very nice. Okay. Now, the terminals on the batteries, one part of them sticks out and the other one is kind of flat, so we're going to draw the stuck out part. It's just going to be a little bump like that. And we're not even connected. It's a circle with an open end. All right? Circle with an open end. If you're just joining us, we're drawing a battery. And then, that's basically it. Now you can just give it a label. I'm going to put an Interstate Batteries label. I'm not going to write Interstate again. I've written it about 4 times now. My hand's starting to hurt, okay? But we love Interstate. So I'm going to draw a little lightning bolt. It's like a Z. That's how you know it's a battery. Now I'm going to add some color. Now this part of it, up here, is always going to stay silver and gray. Alright, so I'm going to keep that kind of a silvery gray. That's kind of your metallic part. But this part's a label. And of course our favorite batteries, Joe Gibbs Racing, are the green Interstate batteries. So that's what I'm going to draw. Alright, you ready for this? I don't know if I'm ready for this, but here we go. I'm going to make my lines keep going straight, like with these lines up here. See? Look at that. Just lines that keep going straight. And I'm going to do them kind of light. And then I'm going to add some more on top at the bottoms. I say at top on the bottoms, but at the very top next to these lines to make it look like it's curved. And then I'm going to get a little bit of a darker green. And I'm just going to draw lines at the bottom and at the top to make it look like it's curved. See that? Lines going that way, no scribbles, just lines to make a curve. And then I'm going to get an even darker green, and I'm just lightly putting some dark green at the bottom and at the top. All of a sudden, those straight lines look like a curved battery, don't they? Whew, I like that. I like that a lot. If you want to get crazy in here, you can start erasing into it a little bit. You kind of outline this lightning bolt. Just give it some lightning feels to it. Look at that. Just a little bit of marketing, just a little bit of labeling so you can tell what kind of battery it is. When you see it's green, you know it's one that's going to last for a long time, right? And there you go. I feel like I could almost just grab that battery and put it into a remote controller and start playing some games, don't you? We made it look so real. One more to go, okay? The batteries in our cars are a little different. They're not that shape at all. The batteries in our cars from Interstate, these are in the race cars too, like the car we just drew. If you're just joining us and you missed it, we drew Kyle Busch's number 18 car. See that? Are you just joining us? I'm pulling up a picture of a car battery, the one that goes in your car. It's big and it's really heavy. It's like this big and it's heavy. I'm going to show you what it looks like while you're catching up. There it is. Holy moly. Let's see if I can give you a good view of it here. It's kind of hard to see. But there's a bunch of them. See them? They're like big blocks. It's an Interstate battery. See how they're shaped like a rectangle? That's what we're going to draw right now. We're going to draw it at this angle. So pay attention. We're almost ready. It's a big block and you connect the electricity to either side. All right, here we go. Last drawing of the day. We're about to have some fun here. This is one of the easier ones. We're drawing a car battery. Get your black marker out, or your pen, or your pencil, or whatever you want to use, because we're drawing a battery. Okay? And just like a race car, we got to start with a box. We got to know how to keep it inside the box. So, draw me a box about like this. Look at that. My lines aren't straight. That's okay. It's okay. Made a mistake, just kind of go back over it and get it the way you like it. It does not matter. Got your box? All right, I'm gonna let you finish that. I'm watching. After that, we need 2 lines going like this at the top of the box, okay? Go in like this, go in like that, and then connect them at the top. All right. Does that make sense? Looking good? So on our top of our battery, if you looked at those pictures, you saw it was green, right? Let's just make sure I'm not going too fast for you. Remember we started with this box. Did you draw that one? Next you drew these lines angled, and then you connected them. Looking good? All right. Here we go, green top. We're almost done here. Gotta add that green in. We're gonna just draw the top box in green. We're gonna color it in real good. You know, scribble it in, whatever you need to do. Color it in green. I know it's gonna take some time, but you just do your best. I have a thick marker, it makes it so easy for me. If you're drawing with crayons or colored pencils or something, I know it takes more time, and that's okay. It's not a race. We're taking a break from the racing right now. We're just enjoying the drawing. So there at the race shop, there are people that design logos and labels. There are people that install the batteries in the race cars. There are people that hook them up, make sure all the parts connected to the battery are working, like the gauges and the ignition, which is what starts the car, the fans that cool the car and the driver. All sorts of things deal with batteries and electricity, and there's a bunch of people at Joe Gibbs Racing that work on that. I'm thinking about my buddy Paul. He's in the electrical shop at the race shop at JGR. He has a son named Zach, who's very talented and creative at the drawing side, and his dad's very talented and creative at the battery side, the electricity side. Pretty cool, huh? All right, you got the top of the battery done. Is it filled in with green? I tell you what, there's not much else to it except I want to get black again. And we're going to draw a post. One wire connects to the negative post and one wire connects to the positive post, and it shoots the electricity into the car. So you got to have the post. The post is going to be just a black line up here like this. Look at that. The other one's going to be a red line. Like that. Those are the posts. All the juice, the power in that Interstate battery, well, the wires connect to those posts on the car, boom, shoots power into that whole car, makes it go, makes it start up, gets that engine fired. There you go. So just to have some fun, I'm going to grab a little bit of yellow, and just to illustrate that there's electricity flowing, I'm going to do a little lightning bolt up here and a little lightning bolt up there. There you go. Very nice. Then I'm going to grab my green again, and I'm going to scribble in a name here. We know it says Interstate, but for me, I'm just scribbling because everybody knows the green batteries are Interstate. I don't have to write it again. Look at that. Perfect. Last thing, okay? Last thing, I want to put a shadow in there. That makes it look like this battery is sitting in a car or sitting on the ground getting ready to go into a car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little kick out over here and a little kick out over there. See that? Little kick out, little black kick out. And then we're going to connect. Bada bing, bada boom. Connect that one. Fill it in. And now, folks, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, we have a car battery, Interstate car battery that we just drew, getting ready to go into Kyle Busch's race car that we drew before. All right? Well, that's it for me. I'm going to start cleaning up, getting ready for the weekend. We got a lot going on this weekend. If you and your parents want to watch, on Sunday, we're going to be racing in the virtual world. All of our real drivers are out there racing this weekend on their computers. Have you seen that? So tune in on Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. They're racing at the virtual Texas Motor Speedway on Fox and FS1, okay? I'm going to be watching, all right? Look for that Interstate car out there that Kyle Busch is going to drive. He's been practicing a lot, as have all these gentlemen. Final scan of comments is going on right now just to see how y'all are doing. I hope y'all have a good weekend. Thank you for this week of drawing with me. We'll be back on Monday, same time, noon Eastern time. And I hope you're going to fill my comments with drawings that you did, other drawings you did over the weekend. Draw your own race car. Surprise me with a unique race car that you drew. And draw some comments or enter some comments in there about what you want me to draw and teach you how to draw next week. All right? Stay healthy out there, and I'll see you next week.